Welcome to today's episode of Steady Improvement. How do we break the bad habits and keep the good ones? Let's start with how we form good habits. And it's a 4-step process, and if you want to understand more about habits and get a better understanding of the episode, I recommend you listen to my other episode on how habits work. Now, onto the 4-step process to form good habits. First, we have the signal and make the signal obvious. What have worked for us is that if you want to start running in the mornings, make sure to put out the running shoes and training clothes the night before and put them in front of your bed. So when you wake up the next morning, you can't miss the signal to get out and run. Then we have number 2, which is craving and make it attractive. Our take on this one is that if you have a big enough motivation and goal for why you want to run, you start to crave it, such as losing 10 pounds. Then on to the next one, which is number 3, response. Make it easy. And make sure that this part is as easy as possible for yourself. What have worked for us is that we tend not to run outside when it's freezing cold, but rather running indoor on a treadmill. It's easier and that's what we want. Next one is number 4, that's reward. Make it satisfying. We love to make the reward a strong and a really good one. We usually tend to make a delicious smoothie, so when we're done running, we get both an amazing feeling of that we have been out for a run, but also enjoying the smoothie, which works great for us as a reward. And now on to how you break the bad habits. We have number 1, which is a signal. Make it invisible. We wanted to stop eating candy and the bad stuff during the week. Then we just made sure that there is no candy in the house during the week. It's invisible and non-existent. Number 2 is craving. Make it unattractive. To take the same example for us getting rid of the candy in the week, we made sure that the craving was very unattractive, such as every time we thought of craving candy, we got a picture in our head of us getting very obese and not getting the body we wanted. Most importantly, we started to think, I don't want to fuel my body with crap, my body wants healthy things. Number 3 is response. Make it difficult. This goes hand in hand with what we made sure that the candy was not even in the house during the week, and if we had some leftovers from the weekends, we would toss it in the trash on Sundays. Number 4 is reward. Make it unsatisfying. What we did here is that every time we ate some candy during the week, we had to punish ourselves with doing 50 push-ups. So after a while, it wasn't worth to start cheating and led us to waiting for the weekends if we would like to enjoy some candy or sweets. Now, when we know how to create and break bad habits, we are going to give you some tips for how to create the habits you want, and this is about the rule of least effort. Let's say that your new goal is to do 100 push-ups per day, then it's going to take a lot of energy and effort to do that. The first days you might put it off, but after a few days it's going to drain you on all your energy that you have and start to feel finished mentally. If you instead focus on doing 1 push-ups every day, which almost doesn't require any energy at all, then your likelihood of sticking to the habit is much higher. The less energy the habit needs, the higher the odds of it sticking around. By now, we think that you get the point. Make the barrier of entry as low as possible to increase the odds of you creating the habit you want. Then, when the habit is created and you have done it 4 months in a row, you can in small steps start to crank up the reps on what you want to do and increase the difficulty. You can, for example, go from 1 push-up a day to maybe 2 or 3, and then you work yourself upwards after that. Thank you for listening to today's episode of Steady Improvement. Many of you are spreading the word to your friends, family, and colleagues about our podcast, and it will mean the world to us if you also would like to be one of them. Rate, review, and share. We hope that we have helped you in your journey of leveling up your sales skills. Until next time, peace.